I'm Tim Herrera with the Sacramento County Office of Education, here with another 2013 Teachers of the Year profile. Right now we're talking with Andrea Korven, who is the Teacher of the Year for the Alberta Joint Elementary School District. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
So tell us about yourself. Tell us where you teach and tell us what you teach.
I teach at Alberta Elementary, and this coming year I'll be teaching a second grade class. In the past I've taught third grade, I've taught second grade, and then last year I had the joy of teaching second and third graders in the same classroom for my first combination experience.
Oh, wow. How did that go?
It was challenging. I learned a lot, and I think I came out of it a better teacher. Yeah.
So second grade is kind of an interesting year because it's almost like a transitional year, kind of like fourth grade is from fourth to fifth. Explain how you have to prepare a second grader.
Well, it's wonderful because they come in with all of the basic school knowledge. They know that they're supposed to sit in their chair. They know how to hold a pencil. They have the beginning of knowing how to read. And as the second grade teacher, you have the fun job of just refining those skills. You get to help make them a better citizen of our classroom and our school and our community. And you get to help them master those reading skills and become a fluent reader. And same with math and all of the other subject areas that we get to jump into.
And they're young, and they're a little more maybe eager to please at that age.
They do. They still love you, even when you are practicing a skill at recess time. As soon as they go out to recess, they're drawing you a picture. I mean, they definitely love their teacher. It makes it really easy to teach them.
So how long have you been teaching now?
I just finished my 5th year. I'll be starting my 6th.
Okay, so what kind of changes have you seen just in 5 years as far as in the classroom? Maybe some extra challenges that you might be facing?
Right now, it's difficult with the budget cuts. Our district is fortunate that we have been able to maintain class size reduction in K through 3. But our instructional assistant time has been cut, and there's just not any extra money to do anything with. We can't go on fancy field trips. We have to fundraise everything. But at the end of the day, the things that you need to teach those students are still there. I mean, you have your skills as a teacher, you have your basic resources, and you just have to get a little creative with what you do with that.
So the Alberta district is a smaller district, and so what is it like working and teaching in a smaller community?
It was very interesting at first. It was not something that I was used to, and it was weird to have such a close relationship with the superintendent of the district, since he's also our principal and we see him every day. One of the challenges, or one of the challenges I think at the beginning, was you don't always have a lot of the resources of a larger district. There's not big opportunities for professional development. You've really got to rely on your fellow teachers to share that knowledge and to teach each other. One of the benefits of working in a small district is you're really able to establish yourself as a leader right away. And that's something that I've enjoyed doing, whereas I think in a larger district I would have kind of gotten mixed in with the crowd, which has been nice.
And in a smaller district too, though, are you able to develop a good relationship with the families?
Most definitely.
And why is that important?
It's important because even when that student is not in your classroom, you're still going to have an interaction with those parents at some other point, at a fundraiser, at an assembly, or you might have a child of theirs later on. So if you already have that relationship with them even before they're in your classroom, you've already conquered so many hurdles. I think most of the teachers at our school can probably name every student in our school. You might not know their last name, you might not know too much about them, but that's just how little we are and how well we know everyone.
So what is it like trying to connect with the young learner? I mean, when you're dealing with an older child, they're maybe able to express how they don't understand something. What is it like when you're dealing with a first or second grader and you see that connection is not there?
What's difficult with young learners is they don't really know yet that they need to know this information. So whereas an older student, you can hold more accountable. So you've got to realize as the teacher that if they're not getting it in one modality, you've got to focus, you've got to try something else. So maybe flashcards aren't working for sight words. So now you've got to try this game, or maybe you've got to try this interactive smartboard activity. You've got to really be in tune with what your students look like as a learner when they do understand something and when they don't understand something. And you've got to be able to adjust quickly.
You mentioned smartboards. Even though you've been teaching for 5 years, I'm sure the immersion of technology has really changed things too, because students, for them today, it's second nature. Technology is second nature. I
was just saying the other day, I need to take, I think, a teacher technology course, because even as kind of not, I wouldn't say fresh out of college, but as new to the profession as I am, I feel like I should have a better understanding of the gadgets that the kids are working with these days, but I don't. So they are definitely more well-versed in that area than I am, and it's hard to keep up.
Well, they could teach you, perhaps.
Yes, yes. Yeah.
So we talked about some of the challenges that you face. What about as far as like really motivating some of these kids? That you think, okay, I know you can get it, I need to give you a little bit of a nudge.
It's going to be something different for everyone, and it's just trying to find that learning opportunity that fits with them. Whether it's talking about race cars when you're doing math word problems, or it's talking about kittens and puppies. You've just got to know your students, and you've got to find that one thing that really gets them excited, and you've got to go with it. And that'll probably run out, and they'll change, and you won't be ready to change as quickly, but you've got to find the next thing that they're into.
So what made you become a teacher? What motivated you?
I feel like all teachers might say this, but as soon as I started kindergarten, especially first grade, I loved my teachers, and I wanted to be a teacher. I played teacher, played school at home. I had some great examples as teachers. There's a biography report I do with my third grade students. That is something that I remember doing with my fourth grade teacher, and I've just adapted it to third grade. There's different tips and things that I'll still tell my students that I learned from my sixth grade teacher. So I've had many positive role models in my life, and the ones that stood out to me are the ones that made learning fun. And that's the type of teacher that I'm trying to be for my students, to make them excited about learning.
So you have a lot of teaching role models in your past. Yeah. So what would you say to someone who's thinking about being a teacher? I mean, not necessarily that they're on the fence, but they think they want to do it. How do you tell them the ups of it and also the downs?
With our job, there's really not, I mean, you say the word teacher and you feel like people have a good understanding of what you do. There's really so much we do during our day. I mean, yes, we are the one who's trying to give them the skills they need to succeed academically. We're also, substitute parents, we're nurses, I mean, you might even be likely to jump on the bus and escort the kids home and ride home with them, so you're their transportation person for the day. I'm not driving the bus, but so it's a job where you get to wear many hats, and although you might have a schedule in place in your classroom, every day looks different. I mean, what you're doing on Wednesday is not the same thing that you were doing on Tuesday. So if you're a creative person, if you don't really like doing the same thing every day, teaching is definitely the profession for you, because not only will you be happy, but if you keep things different, if you keep changing things up, your students will be happy and they'll be excited to be there.
But it's not for everybody.
It's not. And sometimes you don't know until you give it a try, but it's not.
So what was your reaction when you found out you were named Teacher of the Year?
I was shocked. We're such a small district that we all have to contribute above and beyond maybe what the normal teaching day would be. We are all organizing those extra projects, we're all planning those assemblies. So I didn't think that I was doing anything different than anybody else. But I was nominated and selected by my peers, so it's kind of nice to know that at the end of the day, when we don't always tell each other how much we appreciate one another. It's just kind of nice to feel appreciated and to know that others notice.
That's good.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations to you, and thank you
you.
for joining us. We've been speaking with Andrea Korven, who is the 2013 Teacher of the Year for the Alberta Joint Elementary School District. Congratulations
Thank
to
you.
you.